I'm Christian.
And I'm Darcy.
And welcome to This Week in Pokemon. Let's dive right into this week's news. So we took a week off last week because of San Diego Comic-Con, but we are back and we are better than ever. That's because we have 2 weeks worth of news to cover.
2 weeks.
And we're going to do it in like the 5 to 8 minute stretch that we always do. So
let's aim for 5.
Yeah, okay.
Let's make a challenge.
We did. So first and foremost, we know the names of the 2 Pokemon that we talked about in our last episode. The bear and the ghost, we only knew their Japanese names back. Well, now we know their real names. So, what's the bear's name?
Beware.
Clever. And what is the little ghost Pikachu name?
Mimikyu.
Also
like
clever.
Mimicking Pikachu.
Yes. So, we know those. The internet has taken Mimikyu and made it one of their own, which makes sense because Mimikyu seems sad. The internet is also sad. So, it's a match made in heaven. So we also, since our last video, we learned about 4 new Pokemon.
4.
So let's see here. We've got Bonsweet. That is this cute little fruit Pokemon. It's very adorable. It looks yummy, and that's why other Pokemon like to eat it.
Yeah, looks like a berry.
Yeah. So the sad thing about Bonsweet is
that?
When it runs away in terror,
Aww.
it bounces and it looks so cute that no one helps it. So it's fleeing in terror, but it's like bouncing all happy, and so no one helps it.
Yeah, that's actually what the Pokemon
that
company
is
said.
honest to God a thing. So Darcy, what's the next one?
Comfy is the fairy Pokemon. That's the lay, the floral lay Pokemon. And it has the triage ability.
The lay Pokemon.
Yeah.
Darcy, do you want to get
floral lay Pokemon?
Do you want to get
Hawaii?
Do you want to get laid by Comfy?
Anyways, Comfy has the triage ability, which means that anytime it uses a healing move, it comes first, even in front of quick attack or anything else. So that's very convenient. Next,
we have Mudstale, which is the Budweiser Pokemon.
That's not trademark. It's
yes,
not actual Pokemon. Budweiser Pokemon.
So it's a horse Pokemon. It looks like a Clydesdale, which are, of course, the horses that you see in those Budweiser commercials. So, the Mudstale looks all majestic. It delivers beer, apparently, to the Alola region. It's very popular in marketing. So that's the Mudstale. And it has an ability, Darcy. What is that ability?
Excuse me. The stamina ability, which I do not have.
The stamina ability?
You're disgusting.
I didn't even say the joke.
It came after the lay Pokemon. What do you think?
Way to botch that. Way to botch the punchline.
Botch your joke?
Yeah. Thanks for ruining it for everyone.
You're welcome.
My dirty Pokemon joke.
I'm sure you guys don't mind. He makes enough bad jokes. Be glad you don't know him in real life. Anyways. Next up is the Wimpod, which is the horseshoe
crab.
Bug water.
It looks like
it's
a horseshoe crab.
It looks more like a fossilized.
That's what it looks like. No, it doesn't look like a trilobite because horseshoe crabs and trilobites look exactly the same. But it doesn't look like a
horseshoe crab either.
It's a horseshoe crab Pokemon. And it's also a coward and a wimp.
Yes.
So it would fit right in with Team Mystic.
Anyways, we're going to ignore that arrogant comment that he just made. To better things. Like the Detective Pikachu movie.
Yes.
Maybe. Better. Much better than his poor jokes.
So, last week we found out that there is a live-action Pokemon movie coming along. Now, everyone expected it would be a live-action version of Ash Ketchum and his 20-year quest to not get any better, not get laid by Comfy, of course. Basically spend his eternity in futility trying to become a Pokemon Master. But it's not. Instead, we are getting a grumpy little Pikachu that speaks in human, loves coffee, and is apparently somewhat foul-mouthed.
Speaks in human?
Yes, so it'll speak English in the English movie.
Oh, so it'll speak whatever language.
Yeah, it won't be like stomping around going, Pikachu! It'll be saying, hey, you stupid idiot, I'm wearing the Sherlock Holmes cap, which I can't think of. Deer cap? That's gonna bite me in the ass later.
When you remember what it is.
Yeah, I'm going to poorly edit it in where it's like me saying deerskin cap or whatever. I'm not actually going to
No,
do that.
you're not. Anyways, we're at 5 minutes. Okay, let's keep moving. So when is that coming out?
We don't know, but they're rushing it into development because Pokemon Go has made Pokemon the biggest thing on the internet.
Yep.
In the world.
Leads us into Pokemon Go.
The biggest thing in the world.
I don't think it's the biggest thing in the world.
It's the biggest thing in the world. So, like I said, we didn't have an episode last week because of San Diego Comic-Con, but we found out a bunch of new news about Pokemon Go.
Starting off, even though it's been released in other countries, there's been such a drop-off on daily users.
There hasn't been that much of a drop-off.
But it's been enough that there's been less problems with the servers.
Well, that's also because the servers have stabilized.
And they've stabilized the servers. So less downtime.
Yes,
Yay!
We can now play the game that everyone wants to play.
Yeah,
it's
I haven't
fantastic.
had time recently.
Yeah, neither have I.
But
other people have.
Yes, they have. I've seen them.
So let's hear. So the big news that came out of San Diego Comic-Con was trading will be coming to Pokemon Go here. It seems sooner as opposed to later. They recently changed the terms of service to include language about trading, so we should be able to trade Pokemon with each other soon. Also, customizable Pokestops will also be coming. Now, we don't know the details yet. We don't know exactly the hows or the whys. Yeah. We think that means they did mention that Pokestops could be turned into Pokemon Centers, which are the hospitals in the main Pokemon games, so you can heal your Pokemon. But we don't have any details or when it'll happen. We also know what the team leaders look like. Yes, we do. Which, fun fact, those team leaders were designed by the guy who does all the Fire Emblem designs. Really? So that's pretty cool. So, the Team Valor leader looks like a badass, of course. And I'm not actually allowed to say anything about the other two leaders because I could get in trouble. So we're just going to leave it at that. I think they look pretty cool. Make your own decisions on what these people look like. I think they look pretty cool. All three of them, really? Yeah. You don't think that a certain one that might lead a certain yellow team looks like, I don't know, intellectually inferior compared to the other two? No, I think he looks cooler than you. No, Darcy. Darcy, he leads Team Instinct. He can't be cooler than me. Anyways, so other stuff that we found out about. Pokemon Go events have been confirmed. In an interview last week with John Hanke, who is the CEO of Niantic, we found out that they are going to do Pokemon Go events, which will release certain Pokemon into the world. Now, we're pretty sure that means legendary Pokemon, because no one's found the legendaries, or Ditto. Still looking for Ditto. Everyone's looking for Ditto. Nobody knows where Ditto is. Let's see, what else? Oh, they're removing inappropriate Pokestops? Yes, they are, and good for them. We won't have to go to cemeteries, or the National Holocaust Museum, or the 9/11 Memorial Fountain, or any of the other places where we probably shouldn't be playing Pokemon Go. Where it's very inappropriate, and you catch very inappropriate Pokemon at those stops. So good. We took care of something that should have been taken care of 3 weeks ago. Yay. So awesome. Yay! I think that's about it. Yeah. 8:37, 8:38. So, that's not bad for 2 weeks. Yeah, no, not at all. Okay. So, thank you again for watching. Be sure to like us on YouTube here. Be sure to follow us on Facebook. That is Worldwide Gaming. Be sure to read my articles at Comicbook.com. And follow me on Twitter. Cats, Comics, See Us. Okay. So, until next time. Bye-bye. Train on.